Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos.
What?
Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugs you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff, no witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Objection. Overruled. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos.
What?
Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugs you.
Welcome to Courtroom Chaos, featuring Judge Snoop Dogg, the Dogfather himself. We're building the case on the spot, so you can use the most ridiculous arguments to make sense of it. Plaintiff and defendant, grab your phones and tell the court what makes you special, or all warm and fuzzy on the inside. We'll tailor a completely original trial, made just for you.
Welcome to my court, Judge Snoop presiding. Today, we're gonna lay it out, keep it fly, and pass out that justice. Hope you're ready. Let's get the case going. Now here's the part where your Uncle Snoop lays down a funky scenario. Each one of a kind based on that fly info you just shared about yourself. All right, listen up. Robert here collects rare anime memorabilia and invites Dominic to an expensive dinner downtown to discuss a potential trade deal. Dominic shows up, orders the most expensive items on the menu, then disappears when the check arrives. Robert's stuck with a $200,000 bill. That's cold. Let's hear what both of y'all got to say about this. The facts have been heard, the table's been set, and now it's your turn to serve up your best. Let's hear them. To educate you on the courtroom's OG, OP weapon, the objection. You get one per team, and you can use it to swing the scales of justice if you point out what's whack in the other team's narrative. A little advice on that secret goal on your screen there. Blend it in with your testimony, and you'll earn extra cred with yours truly up here. All right, Robert, lay it down for me, my G. What's your case about this $200,000 dinner situation? Yo, hold up. All you can eat swamps? Robert, my G, that ain't even a real menu item. You gotta come stronger than that if you want me to take this seriously. Let's hear what actually went down at this dinner. All right, Dominic, let's hear your side of this story. What's your defense to this $200,000 dinner situation? Sounds like spitting bars, but there's no hook. Get back on the stand and make it all no diggity, no doubt. Hold up, nephew. You said you had a nosebleed and had to bounce. but Robert's saying you ordered the most expensive items first. So when exactly did this nosebleed situation happen? Before or after you were deep in that menu? Look, Dominic, that timeline ain't adding up smooth for you. You saw the menu, then saw some anime pictures, and suddenly your nose became a fountain? That story leaking harder than your credibility right now. You're digging yourself deeper, nephew. Robert's looking real good on this one. Yo, Robert, hold up. So nephew ordered the whole menu like he was running a buffet line. But real talk, what was going through your head when dudes started stacking plates? You feeling played from jump? Or did it hit different when the check came around? Hold up, nephew. That ain't it. You invited homeboy to discuss a trade deal, not whatever that was supposed to be. That story don't add up, and it ain't helping your case none. Let's keep it straight and real here. All right, Dominic, nephew, I need you to paint me a picture with your words. Tell the court artist exactly what went down at that restaurant from your angle. What were you doing when that bill showed up? Let's hear your side of this story, my G. Just a slice of guidance from Uncle Snoop here. As an eyewitness, for best results with our forensic artist, you'll have to dish out that scene. Just as if you were looking at it. My homie doing this and that when that happened. Keep it real. A tale so vivid, our illustrators have their hands full. I'll have to reflect on whether what I just heard was genius or a cry for help. Not what we're here for today. Let's keep it focused on your case. All right, we heading into closing statements. That's where the real talk happens. Robert, bring it home for me. Lay out why Dominic played you and remind this courtroom what went down at that dinner table. Strong words, plaintiff, and a worthy closer. Just remember, the game's not over until the last word is spoken. Look, Robert, that's what I'm talking about. You're claiming those figurines were yours the whole time, which means Dominic saw them and still ran up that astronomical tab before bouncing. That's the real story right there. Game recognizes game. All right, Dominic, you got one shot to tell me why that $200,000 tab ain't on you, nephew. Defendant, you said your piece, and I respect that. Now, to everyone in this courtroom, you kept it cool, you kept it real, and you kept it Snoop's court. And with that, I'm about to make my move. Look, nephew, a nosebleed don't pay a $200,000 tab. You ordered the expensive items, you left Robert holding the bag. That excuse ain't holding up in my courtroom. Real talk. You gotta own what you about did. Okay, folks. I've seen some wild cases, but this one took me on a ride I wasn't expecting. I've heard things today that I might still be thinking about a week from now. And not because they were crystal clear. Still, that's the game we playing here, and now it's my turn to decide how this story ends. All right, listen up. I've heard both sides, and here's what's real. Dominic, you ordered expensive items knowing you were there to discuss a trade. A nosebleed don't erase that responsibility. You ate, you dipped, Robert got stuck with the bill. That ain't how you conduct business, nephew. Robert, you got played. But Dominic's story don't hold up under pressure. Verdict goes to Dominic on a technicality. Your case had some holes, too. All right, Robert, you got caught slipping on this one. Dominic walks free, no damages owed. But here's your sentence. Every time someone mentions a fair deal, a business transaction, or anything about honor in a trade, you're doing the chicken dance right here in this courtroom. Consider it a reminder to vet your dinner guests before you pick up that check. My G, gavel down. Case concluded.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. What? Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugged you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff. No witness for the... All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. What? Push and shove and they nudge you. Call you out and they judge you. Filed a case and it bugged you. Now you're sitting in front of Judge Snoop. Came in as the plaintiff. No witness for the defendant. Smiling and you grinning, cause this case you think you winning. Courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Snoop Dogg's courtroom chaos, chaos, chaos. Objection. Overruled. All rise for the Honorable Judge Snoop. You may be seated. Courtroom chaos,